Hiya Chuckies! That's a reference to another YouTuber I watch. I don't watch her very often because she doesn't upload very often. I think Sherilyn is the most bizarre person I've ever encountered on YouTube, and that's saying something. So anyway, when you've finished listening to my ramblings, check out Sherilyn. It's actually time for Sherilyn Bands. That's the, you want to listen for that. Anyway, I'm not bothering with lights and faffing about. I thought I'd just touch base with you and show you what's happening in my life. I think a recent video you saw was the lovely new bathroom. Yeah, it is very nice, but the rest of the house is an absolute tip. It's Tuesday, at the time of filming this, it's Tuesday the 26th of September 2023, and it's 14:37. And on Friday, we're having new back doors fitted because our back doors have been smashed in. Well, they haven't, but I'm so tempted to smash my back door in, but I can't because we still need it to stop nasty people getting in and having their way with us or stealing our stuff. But if any burglars came into this, they'd probably think, oh, it's all right, Nobby, they've already been done over, let's go next door. And you'll know what I mean in a minute. So anyway, the back door has been a bane of contention for ages, and it just sticks every time I go out, I swear. So my neighbours must, I don't know, they must hear it every time. It's like effing back door, and then you have to try and, so frustrating. So anyway, a local company are fitting us a new back door, and I just can't wait. They're coming Friday morning, 8 AM apparently. They're another Which recommended supplier company, as were Regal Interiors, who did the bathroom, who we were pleased with. But I just can't wait just to be able to just open the door and walk out to the bin or the garage and come back and just close the door without going, so that'll be, shouldn't do that, my poor heart. So that's being done. So obviously I've got to have all downstairs tidy. I've got to have everything moved away from the door because they're going to be obviously creating a bit of mess, taking a door out. It's a double French door, I think it's called, French doors. So everything's got to be, clear. And also it's got to be clear up to the bathroom because they may want to use the lavatory. And they can't use the downstairs one because we don't use that. We can't use it anyway at the moment. So it's all going to be cleared. So at the moment I've been doing some eBaying. I've got some stuff on eBay yesterday. I've already sold a couple of vacuums, which is good. But I didn't really get as much stuff on as I should have done. So basically I'm sorting stuff out, and I'm up in what used to be the study, but it's now, even Mark calls it the stock room. I'm up in the stock room pulling things out, ready to sell, ready to video and then sell. I also am trying to find my autumn weight duvet because it's going to start getting a bit chillier. We've had a few chilly nights, but it's warm again now. But when the nights go to single figures, I'm getting a little bit chilly. I'm having to put an extra fleece over the top of my 4.5 tog duvet, which I use for a lot of the year. I get overheated in this house. So I think 7.5 tog is the thickest tog I normally go for. In our old house, which was like a 100-year-old end of terrace, and I was in the loft space of that house, there was no insulation in the eaves. They couldn't be insulated, I think, without a lot of work. It was absolutely freezing, and I was on a futon. I got a feather bed to sleep on. I had extra thick brushed cotton bedding, and I had 15 tog of duvet because I had two duvets clipped together. It was like that. And I also had to have a fan heater on a little remote switch. So when the alarm went off, this is when I was getting up at silly time in the morning to go to Asda to do the home shopping. I used to have to turn that fan heater on for at least 10 minutes before I dare put my foot out of the bed, and I would get dressed. It was freezing. But this house, it's if anything, it's too warm. So I haven't gone above 7.5 tog since we really moved in, because I found my 10.5 tog was just too warm for me. So I need to get my 7.5 tog, which is somewhere in the stock room. Shall we have a look at what I'm talking about? Instead of you looking at this, which you don't want to look at, you can look at what I can see. I've no idea what I'm going to film when the house is all tidy, but can't see that happening anytime soon. Well, it's got to happen, hasn't it, Daisy? We've got to get this sorted once and for all. Haven't we, my love? You're just used to it. So this is the lovely living room at the moment. Yeah, so I've been boxing stuff up. Things are for sale. You know, these lights are out because I was taking photos for eBay. We can put the light on, might help a bit. So this vacuum's for sale. I bought ages ago. Didn't have any tools, so I bought tools for it, but I've never used it. I just need to let go of things. There's a Bissell Crossway for sale. Just made a video on. And then I've got a pneumatic George for sale because I've just bought a new version. So there they are, the George twins. And yeah, it's just a bit of a mess. And I'm bringing stuff in from the garage to sell. Do you like my Pole's Pot and Prickle? That's a Pole's Pot and Prickle, that is. That's what it's called. Pole's Potton is a manufacturer. And I saw that Pole's Pot and Prickle in Phoenix in York when I went for my trip to York on the bus. I've subsequently been on the bus twice, I think 2 more times. I went to York again, all on my lonesome, after that video. And I also went to the designer outlet. I made a special trip to that. I shared the bus with my mum to the designer outlet. She was carrying on to York, so I left my mum at the designer outlet and I had a lovely walk round there. Bought some towels and stuff for the new bathroom. But I did like that when I first saw it. And it does look nice when it's all tidy. How come I've only got 4 minutes? Oh, I thought I had hours left on this SD card. Something's gone awry here. Whoops, I nearly went A over T. Oh, slippers. I don't know why I wear slippers. Focus! They will be the death of me, slippers. I'm always tripping over my feet. I better turn the music off because we don't want a copyright strike from Barbara Dixon's people, do we? La-di-da, let me just say. Is that going to stop it? Yes? Right, oh dear. Right then, so this is Overspill. There's Molly Moo. Hello, Molly Moo. They've both been to the poodle parlour yesterday, didn't you? Eh? Oh, Molly Muppet. Darling. Ooh, she likes it up here on her own. So, I'm going to sell that. That's a box. I don't know what was in it, but I'll probably sell it. Oh, there's my Pole's Potton box that contained my Pole's Potton... What did I call it? Prickle? Oh, it's a large Prickle L. It's a large prickle. You can get it in small, large and extra large. I was going to get 2, but since I put the large one where I've put it, I don't think I need another one. So there's another floor washer that I need to unbox and see if it's any good. Well, there's the lovely bathroom. Ooh, hi. This used to be Mark's office. A while ago, I paid him some money to rent this space, and it was like a temporary thing. And I did manage to clear it out in the time. I said, "Oh, you'll get it back for so and so," and it's somehow creeped back in stuff. God, I'm an absolute mental case because I hate this, and yet I still buy more stuff. You know, I'm still buying more stuff. But then I sort of justify buying new stuff, thinking, oh, well, I've just got rid of that and that, or I can buy another thing. But no, it doesn't work like that, Rog. You need to keep getting rid of stuff. And then I've got yet another piece of exercise equipment I need to unbox. See if that turns me into an Adonis. You know, you never know. There's just boxes and boxes of stuff. And things. I mean, look at all this old tech here. There's a tape deck, there's hard drive recorders, there's DVD recorders. I've got a VHS recorder somewhere. Got a Denon Hi-Fi there that I'm going to sell, I expect. My smaller Berkey. That'd be ideal for the caravan, actually, but Mark says no, it's too big for the caravan. I've got a bigger Berkey now in the kitchen. I like a big Berkey. Oh, and this I've got 2 of these Bissell Spot Clean spot washers. I've got one downstairs that I bought from the garage, but that's a Spot Clean Pro, and this is a Spot Clean Pet Pro. So what I'm planning on doing is keeping the Pet Pro and selling the Pro. And there's just vacuums, there's bedding. So yeah, somewhere in there is my duvet. There's even toilet paper up there, look. It's just, there's some bits of Mark's in here. I think that's Mark's. And there's another box with Mark's stuff in as well. I think Mark has at least 3 boxes in here. You know, so it's not all my mess. You know, he needs to clear out his stuff too. Yeah. If we see what else. That's my latest carpet washer. I don't think I'll be keeping that. It's a Shark. Shark doesn't spark joy for me. I'll show them on my channel and then get rid. So that might make another video of it and then flog that. This is my mini disc player, which I'm taking upstairs. I don't know why, but when I first started doing hospital radio, I recorded all my stuff on mini disc. I'm not sure why. Why I thought mini disc was better. I mean, that's what I did. But after I'd sort of used up my mini discs, I started recording my shows on CDs, I think they were, because there was a facility in the studio at the hospital to actually record onto, I think I had to put it onto 2 CDs. So, is that a white van? There's a white van. Oh, I don't know if it's coming here. Normally they do. And there's more stuff. That's to sell. That's just an empty box. That's a vacuum that I'm not sure if I'm returning yet. I don't really know what's happening with that. That came all smashed up. I don't know if you can quite see, it's got a big hole in it. That was a real disappointment. Let's try and squeeze by. Yeah, so it's got the motor. But apart from that, it's fantastic. So I'll probably end up... The seller said he had a new hood for it, but I've not heard back. And if I can't get a new hood, I'll see if I can get some money off, because I could at least harvest it for parts or something. Oh, it's another vacuum in the way that I need to finish a video for and then sell. Everything up here is going to be sold. It's all going to be stacked upstairs neatly, you know, but I'm just sort of... This is how I do my stuff. I just throw it all out and hope for the best. Here's my bedroom. Actually, it's not looking quite so bad. Yeah, it's not looking so bad, is it? Yeah. Normally I just have to throw things off. When it's bedtime, I just throw things off the bed on the floor, get into bed, and I don't see all the mess. I don't see it. It's not... Actually, you can see bits of floor. That's knackered. It's going to be harvested for parts. There's a lot of plastic parts on it broken, and I have another one at my mother's which hasn't discoloured quite so badly. That should be gleaming white. So, right, here's the story about this purifier. Now, when I was away when the man fitted the door the correct way up, well, it's a replacement door. You can see it's narrower at the top and a bit wider at the bottom. But when it was initially fitted, it was put the wrong way round, and you couldn't use the same door. It couldn't be turned round. So we told them, they told us a couple of websites we could look at where they have a trade account, and they happen to have this same door. So basically it's exactly the same door. So we told them it's this door. They ordered it. A man came and fitted it. I was at my mother. No, was I at my mother's? No, I wasn't. I was back home. That's right. I think it was the week when I came back. Or was it? No, yes, it was. It was fitted. It wasn't fitted by the people who fitted the bathroom. Oh, that's right. I'm getting all confused. Yes, it was the people that did such a good job of fitting the bathroom. It was one of the chaps who fitted the bathroom fitted the door wrong. So it wasn't them. So they sent another man a couple of weeks later. Yes, I was home. Is that a mark on that glass? No, I don't think it is. Get to the point, Rog. So yes, I was at home. I was downstairs, and I had a little camera just sort of partly secreted under the telly, which was there from when we were last on holiday, because I like to check on the house, you know, when we're in the caravan. So I have cameras around just to check things still look the same, you know. So anyway, I happened to just check the camera. I was downstairs in the living room. I was thinking, how long's he going to be? Because he must have been at least 5 hours doing this. So it's a good job I didn't have a try, because I don't know if it took a professional 5 hours. Anyway, so I was thinking, oh crikey, when is he going to finish? So I just checked the camera on my iPad, and then I saw this gentleman. I'll call him a gentleman. My air purifier was on automatic, and there's a green ring that comes on when it's on. I left it on automatic in case he did any sanding, created a bit of dust, and I was hoping that it would be sucked into the filter. But what I saw the gentleman doing, and I'll try and recreate it actually. I'll put my camera down and I'll recreate what I saw the tradesperson doing. So folks, I saw the gentleman walking over to the air purifier. He glanced at it, then he turned round, went like this, and did a huge fart. I mean, it shook the foundations of the house. He just went, I can't recreate it because I'm not very windy today, but he farted into the top of my air purifier. Now the top is where the air blows out. It sucks in the stuff from the bottom, but he just went and farted. Then he went like this. And I couldn't, it was such a, I mean, I saw him do it live. And normally the camera does record bits. When it detects movement, it records snippets. Unfortunately, it's possibly because I was watching it live, it didn't record it. I went back through the history. I thought, oh crikey, I hope it's recorded this and then I can save it and show you. But it didn't record it, sod's law. So I've had to recreate, but that's what he did. He farted into my air purifier, wafted the fart, and then walked back to the door. Can you believe that, folks? So yes, that's had Tradesman's guff inside it. What I did do when he'd left, I remotely switched it on to boost and didn't come upstairs for half an hour, just to make sure that it had cleared everything. What I should have done at the time, and I kicked myself for not doing it, when I saw him doing his guff into my Hoover H Purifier 300, I should have gone onto the online app thing that this is connected to, and I should have selected max, and then he'd have seen it kicking in. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't wait to tell Mark when he came downstairs. He was working from home in his bedroom. When he came downstairs to make himself a cup of tea, the bloke was still here, so I had to sort of whisper. But I couldn't wait to tell him. I couldn't believe what I'd seen. I really couldn't. So anyway, so this is the mess, folks. What are you up to? Yeah, the light's gone on. Can you see? Can you see me? They start mithering me for their din-dins at this sort of time, but they don't get it till 4. Yes, you don't get it till 4. Oh, Molly's come down, has she? Oh, these poor dogs. I know, I'm so naughty, look. I've already had half of them. To be fair, you only get a couple of biscuits in there. Very deceptive. There's a lot of air in these boxes. In this compartment, there was only one biscuit. Look at that. It's really, they shouldn't get away with it, should they? You'd think there's 2 layers at least of biscuits. But I'd have to count how many. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 9. About 19 biscuits, I think. Just one final bit of news that you might or might not be interested in, and it sort of relates to the content on my channel, which I've been a little bit better at putting stuff up, and you're going to see some more random things coming up, recorded at all sorts of different times. It's going to be very confusing for you, because one minute I'll have a beard, the next minute I'll be clean shaven, one minute I'll be relatively slim, and the next minute I'll look like I'm having a baby. Oh, hello, Molly. But you're also going to see much earlier versions of me. I have put bits of early me on this channel, but I've just randomly came across this video digitizer thingy. I've tried various things during the years, you know. I've bought various little boxes with all these leads coming out to try and get analog video and audio onto a digital format that I can upload onto YouTube. So I have done that, but with limited success. So I've forked out just over £300 for this all singing, all dancing, I don't know what you call it, but it's supposed to be able to record nearly everything, old and new. It comes with all sorts of leads, all sorts of inputs, and so initially I'm hoping to connect it via HDMI to my most recent video recorder that's got an HDMI out. I think it has, I'm looking at it now. But if it hasn't, I'll be able to rig something up. But I'm hoping it's going to be as simple as putting a tape in, pressing play, and recording via this box thing. It's got a screen so you can see what you're recording, but if it works, it can record directly onto SD card or USB stick, or I think you can possibly put it into your computer directly. Because I use SD cards, I'm recording this on an SD card, full-size SD card. So when I finish talking to you, I take the card out of my camcorder, slot it into, I don't have a slot on my computer, but I have a little adapter. So I put that in, then I open iMovie, which is Apple's movie editing software, and then, you know, I sort of edit the video if I want, you know, if it needs editing, blah, blah, blah. Then it gets what they call rendered. So when it's finished, I click on sort of export, and I export it to my desktop. And then from the desktop, if I don't want to upload it straight away, then I drag it into an external hard drive. But if I do upload it, then from the desktop, I upload it to YouTube. Then when it's uploaded to YouTube, I save it in a separate hard drive, so I've got a copy. So I do, you know, most of my stuff is on SD cards. So I'm hoping that this box of tricks is going to take all my old stuff, get it onto an SD card so I can easily get it onto iMovie, and then I can tweak it a bit. I can maybe make it look a bit better. I can adjust, you know, the volume settings. I might be able to make it a bit brighter, and I can just fiddle about and try and make some of my old footage just look a little bit better. I mean, it's not going to be any, this is, I'm either recording this in 4K or 1080p. It's not going to be that, but it'll be a little bit better to view, hopefully. So all the stuff I recorded for Sue and Mandy from sort of the late, well, I think it was sort of the late 80s. I can't remember the first, the year I started sending Sue and Mandy my tapes. But yeah, you've seen snippets of that, but I'm hoping to sort of do from the first tape, I'm hoping in a series, because I couldn't upload 3 or 4 hours onto one video. I'm hoping to split that up, you know, maybe into half-hour sections, and you know, do all that. And plus I've got the other stuff I've got. There's so many formats, you know. The first things I recorded on, obviously video, was the full-size VHS with the big, heavy camera that you had on your shoulder, you know. That's what most of my footage was recorded on. And then I think the next camera I managed to get, which I think I still have, I think that was the next one, use these little, it's a Sony one, it uses these little tiny tapes. So I should be able to connect my smaller camcorder with the tapes into this box and convert all that. And then I got loads of mini disc stuff, as I showed you earlier. Got my mini disc player out. I expect that's easier. I could probably do the mini disc without this box, because that is a digital format. There's probably a way I can get the content from the mini discs onto SD and then onto YouTube, because I do want to at some point upload all of my Radio Calderdale, Hospital Radio Calderdale shows to this channel. And they are 2-hour shows, but they're not going to have music in them. So I don't know how much talking, so they might be about half-hour So it's just going to be basically me chatting to the patients, and you'll hear a few seconds of whatever song I'm playing or comedy clip. I used to play songs and comedy. And then it'll be back to me, because there'll be so many copyright things. If I put the entire show up, I can't do that. You coming up here? You coming up? Come on, Molly Moo. Come on. Oh. Come on, Molly up. That's it. They can't see you, I don't think. Come here. Have you been outside eating SH1T? Well, don't come near me then. I've been picking it up. But if you don't clear up the poo-poos, she's out there eating them. And she knows it's wrong, because when we catch her doing it, she looks very shifty. So I'm not kissing. She's just been out. But she eats her own as well. I suppose it's recycling. You're not having it yet. You've got half an hour. I've got to get on with this. Got to do some more work. Yes, I get distracted easily. I get bored. I get bored quickly. That's why things never get finished, because I can't sort of get on. They do get finished, but it, takes a while. Right, so anyway, that's it. Hopefully, if this new box of tricks that arrives in a couple of days, I think it's due Thursday, I'll have a fiddle with that, and hopefully I'll start uploading some stuff. And I want to do that as a little tribute to Mandy, because they were recorded for Sue and Mandy. A lot of the stuff I will be uploading was recorded for them, and I know Sue would like to see it again because it'll remind her of Mandy. But it reminds me, those videotapes remind me of Sue and Mandy, because I'm there referring to them in the tapes, and it reminds me of my life at that time. So it takes me back. So I'm just pleased that I did it. I'm pleased that I've still got Sue as a friend, and I'm pleased that I had Sue as a pen pal when I was 18, because if I didn't, I don't suppose I would have recorded all that stuff I recorded. Tours of my house through the years, in York. I wouldn't have that footage. I probably would have vacuum footage. But it's so nice. I'm just thinking about, I can't wait to actually go through it all again. I mean, I don't think I'll come across anything I haven't seen before. I have asked Sue if she's got any more tapes. Sue did send me some back a while ago, and some I hadn't seen, but normally I'd make a recording, I'd make a copy of the original. But back in the day, when you copied VHS tapes, the quality degraded. So Sue would have got the master copy normally, and I'd make a copy of that for my own records, my archive. But I don't know if I did it for everyone. So I've asked Sue if, while she's sort of sorting things out, if she comes across any old VHS that I've sent her, if she could let me have them back, and then I'll be able to digitize them and put them up on the YouTube. But oh yes, that's I'll finish. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I want to get these older footage up as a little tribute to Mandy, because I think hopefully she'll be able to see them. You never know. She might be looking down on me recording this, and she's shouting, "Yes, I can see you, Roger. I can see you. I can see Sue. I'm still here. I'm still here somewhere. I just can't. I can't contact you at the moment. I can't talk to you. I can't hug you, but I'm here. I'm still here." But that's what I've said before. That's what I think. If you've lost loved ones, I believe they're still there. They're still there with you. You've just got to open your mind, open your hearts to accepting that they might be there. They might be shouting at the top of their lungs. They might be sat right next to you, and they're just desperately trying to say, "Look, I'm here. I'm okay. It's all going to be okay." We've got to believe something like that. Otherwise, I don't know what the point is if we can't if we can't believe that, you know, it just makes things ever so pointless, doesn't it? You soft bastard, Roger. Oh, softy. Well, don't rub off your makeup. I have got some... And on a lighter note, I've got a little bit of foundation on. Another QVC purchase. I've got a talking egg boiler coming. I saw on QVC, we've got a perfectly good egg boiler. Well, it's looking a bit tatty now, and it's been hard boiling when it should be soft boiling. And I saw this egg boiler demonstrated on QVC, and it tells you when it talks when it's soft boiled and medium and hard and stuff. And I thought, oh, that looks good. It had good reviews as well. And they also, they were showing this sort of all-in-one foundation stuff, and they showed a man with a beard putting it on, and you just rub it in like cream. So I have got makeup on, but it's just like a cream, as I say, and you just sort of like a face moisturiser, and you just sort of rub it on. And it's just to sort of cover up the red nose and a few reds. You know, I won't be doing full makeup. I'm not going that route. I'm not going to be putting lippy on and false eyelashes and, you know, getting false breasts inserted. Won't be going down that road. But, you know, you've got to, when you get to a certain age, you've got to sort of touch up the bad bits. Otherwise people are just sort of going, ooh, get away from me, you freak. So anyway, I hope that's left you giggling, because I don't want to leave you crying. Let's end the video on a positive, happy note. Ya la di da. Even though we might be dying inside, don't show the world. No. No, I'm not. Well, we're all dying, aren't we? We're all decaying, aren't we, in our way? Some quicker than others. Oh yes, one last thing. Some of you may be disappointed, and it's not set in stone, but I don't think I'm going to do the Advent videos this year. I know I'll be getting comments, oh, please do them. I do enjoy them at the time, but it's a lot of work. Every day doing videos. If Happy Socks send me an Advent calendar, they didn't last time, so they probably won't. But if I'm sent anything, which is unlikely, I'll have to. But as it stands now, I've got too much to get on with, folks. I will do some Christmassy videos for you, but I don't know if I can commit to the Advents this year. We'll see, but it's looking doubtful. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you've watched to the very end, what word can we use? Hopeful. Hopeful? Yes, put hopeful. But don't just read the comments and write hopeful and not wonder why you're doing it, will you? Don't cheat. Let's be hopeful for the rest of the year. The C word is coming up. Can you believe it? Can't believe it won't be too long before I'm putting that tree up again. I can't believe it. Gets quicker all the time, doesn't it? It's if somebody's put fast forward on our lives. They've got their finger on the fast forward button on the VHS video recorder, and sometimes they take it off and goes at normal speed. Maybe sometimes they press reverse for a little bit, but most of the time they seem to be on that fast forward button. Let's get this year over with. Come on, fast forward. Let's see what next year brings. I don't know. Let's just go at a slower pace, please. Whoever's got their hand on the button or the remote. Bit slower. Let's catch our breath. Thanks very much. I'm going. I've been prattling on for too long. Too much to do. I might as well feed the dogs first and get the kitchen tidied. And then the living room. Because if Mark comes home and sees this, he won't be too happy. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you all for another video at some point. Bye for now.